Hello, welcome along to this short video where I want to talk about the bug that's been fixed in the new release of the Chocolatey GUI license extension, which is version 0.2.1. So let's go ahead and jump in. And so on this machine, I am currently logged in as a non-administrator user. So if I run Chocolatey GUI here, what's going to happen is I'm going to try to illustrate the bug that as it currently stands. So in the 0.2.0 release of the Chocolatey GUI license extension, there was a bug where the configuration database that's being used when you're running as a non-administrator user is essentially the wrong one. So what happens, the way that manifests itself is that when you attempt to run Chocolatey GUI and when it attempts to download the icons for a package, it basically stalls, and you see this loading GIF indicating that it's unable to find the icons. Now, eventually, what's going to happen is that those icons are going to attempt to get those icons is going to time out, and you're just going to see a yellow circle with a white cross through it. So it was a bug that was quite quickly identified, and we've sought to rectify that. So if I go over to, if I log out of here as this user, and I go and I'm now going to install the latest version of the extension. So I'm just going to log in here as my administrator user this time. So if I go in here and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade Chocolatey GUI to the latest version of itself. So I'm just going to do choco install Chocolatey GUI, and I'm going to pull that from the community repository. Now on this machine, I don't have the community repository as a feed or a source, so that's why I'm having to be explicit about specifying it. So I'm just going to do an upgrade here. So Choco upgrade Chocolatey GUI. And I'm going to pull down, so I've currently got 0.18.0 installed to illustrate the problem, and I'm going to pull in the latest bug fix of Chocolatey GUI itself, and then I'll update the extension. I'm just going to say yes to this. And I'm just going to wait for this to install. I don't want to just show any smoke and mirrors here, I just want to show it all happening. So like I say, that's Chocolatey GUI installed, and then if I do choco upgrade Chocolatey GUI.extension, then that should upgrade from 0.2.0 to 0.2.1, and that will bring down the fix for this issue. So what I'm going to do after this is installed, I'm going to log back out of the administrator, and I'm going to log back in as that non-administrator user. I go ahead and here and sign out, and let me just sign back in again. So jump to the non-admin user and make sure I type the password correctly. And then if we go back into PowerShell and we're just going to run Chocolatey GUI. So what should happen, hopefully this time, is that those icons will be downloaded almost immediately. So it'll no longer not be able to store those icons. And now what we see is that they're correctly being fetched from the internet, downloaded and cached locally into that configuration database. So that is from a Chocolatey GUI licensed extension perspective. That was the only bug that was addressed in this release. One thing I should mention is that this extension, the 0.2.1 extension version, does require that Chocolatey GUI itself is updated. So that's what I had to do there, is I updated to 0.18.1 of Chocolatey GUI. And there is a dependency between the extension and the GUI, so it will ensure that it's installed. That's due to the fact that there were some other bugs that were addressed in this release of Chocolatey GUI, and there's a requirement between the two. So hopefully this has been useful. Apologies for the bugs that were introduced in the 0.18 release and the 0.2 release, but we have addressed all the ones that we're aware of. Thank you very much.